Hey guys, my name is Max and I will be leading you through an intermediate vinyasa flow today. We're going to be focused on back bends and opening up the heart. Nothing is required for your practice, maybe a couple blocks if you have them handy, but otherwise just have your mat in your practice space and we'll go ahead and get started in the child's pose. Taking your knees out wide or close together, bring your big toes to touch. And then reaching your hands forward and you just let your torso melt in between your knees. And then maybe close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And start to shift your awareness from wherever it's at and shift it onto your breath. Starting to notice your body, noticing what you're thinking about, noticing how you're feeling. And then maybe giving yourself permission to arrive onto your mat. So letting go of anything that may have happened before stepping onto your mat. Releasing any anticipation for what's going to happen after. Just intentionally choosing to be here right now. And I find the best way to get to presence is by anchoring ourselves to our breath. So trying to be aware and conscious of every inhale and every exhale that you take. Not trying to change anything about this moment. Not trying to change what you're thinking about, how you're feeling. Just allowing yourself to be exactly as you are. You're welcome to stay here if you need some more time. Otherwise, we're going to move into some movement. We're going to start in a tabletop position. With our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. And then we'll just start to find some organic circles around our palms, waking up into our forearms, our wrists. And maybe making these a little bit more dynamic. Maybe we want to protract and retract the shoulders, take some undulations with the spine, some circular movements with the hips and the pelvis. Roll out through your neck, and then gently just switch the direction of your circles, go the other way. Good. Stay there. Flip your hands to the sides of the room and then continue with your circles. And then go the other way. Good. And then we're going to flip our hands all the way around so our fingertips face our knees, and then just find some gentle forward and back movement there. Good. Either stay here for your cat-cow. If it's a little bit too much, you can always flip your hands back around. But from here, we're going to let our belly drop, our collarbones spread wide, gaze go slightly forward on our inhale. And on the exhale, round through the spine, bring the chin towards the chest, hug your belly towards your spine. Good. On the inhale, coming back forward into your cow. And on the exhale, round back into your cat. Good. A couple more of those. Inhale, rounding forward. And on the exhale, round back. Good. Inhale, come forward. And on the exhale, round back. Good. Gently flipping your hands back around, coming back into a neutral tabletop. And then we're just going to come back into a kneeling position with our toes untucked. Bring your knees close together. And go ahead and grab your left wrist with your right hand and just take some gentle wrist circles there. And then go the other way. Good. Just switch it out. Grab for your right wrist with your left hand. Some gentle circles. And then go the opposite way. Good. From here, we're going to interlace our hands at heart center. And then we're going to push our palms forward. On the inhale, we're going to send the palms up towards the sky. On the exhale, round forward, let the shoulder blades go wide. Push it out. Good. On the inhale, reaching it up. On the exhale, round forward. Good. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, round forward. Good. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, round forward. Good. Inhale, reach it up again. Let go of the interlaces. Start to cactus out through the arms. Keep cactusing, cactusing, cactusing. And then bring your fingertips behind you. And then push down to the fingertips, or maybe your palms can reach down towards the ground. Let your head fall back. Just come into a gentle heart opener here to begin. If you have the space, you want to go further, you can start to lift your hips up off of your heels and stay wherever you're at for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing back down, reaching the fingertips back up, taking an inhale. On the exhale, find a gentle twist. Bring your left fingertips towards your right thigh, your right fingertips back behind you. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, reach it back up. On the exhale, switch it out. Right fingertips toward your left thigh. Left fingertips fall back behind you. Gentle twist. Good. Gently coming back to center. Reach the fingertips back up. And then come up to stand on your knees. And then maybe tuck your toes under just for a little bit more stability here. We're going to bend through our left elbow, grab for our left elbow with our right hand, and just come into a little bit of a side bend over towards the right. Breathe into your left intercostals, your left ribs. Good. Gently coming back up to center. Same, just on the other side. Bend through your right elbow. And then bend over towards your left, trying to keep your chest more square towards the front of your mat. Good, and gently coming back up. And then let your right fingertips fall over by the right. Reach your left arm up and over. If you have a block for underneath your right hand, it might be a good option. Just a couple deep breaths here. If your hand doesn't reach the ground, that's more than okay. Good, and then gently coming back up on the inhale and the exhale, just switching the sides. Left fingertips come down. Right arm reaches up and over. Good. Gently coming back to center, reaching the fingertips up, and then bring your hands to heart center. From here, we're going to bring our left palm towards our right shoulder. Reach back with your right fingertips and tap your right heel. And then same, just switch the sides. Right hand comes towards your left shoulder. Left fingertips reach towards your left heel. And then just do this a couple times. Maintaining that deep connection with your breath. Going from side to side. If you have the space, maybe you can reach back behind your heel and tap the floor. Just an option. If you have even more space, maybe you can reach a little bit more towards the center of the mat, or the opposite side of where you're reaching. Good, just a couple more. Good. Even it out on each side. And then we'll gently meet back up into our tabletop position, placing your hands down, maybe tapping out through the feet a few times. And then we'll just come into a heart melting pose. Reach your arms forward. And then sink your heart down in between your armpits. Maybe rest your chin on the mat, maybe your forehead. Just a couple deep breaths here. Good, gently coming back up, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders, and then walk your hands over towards the right side of your mat, kind of as far as you can go. And then sink your left hip down towards your left heel any amount. Kind of a twisted puppy dog or heart melting pose here. Breathing into the left side of your ribs, your lat. Good, and then gently coming back to center. Same, just switch the sides, walk your hands over towards the left. And sink your hips down towards that right heel any amount. Good, gently coming back to center, placing your hands back underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes under, lifting the knees up off the mat just a couple inches. Wrapping your biceps forward, tucking your tailbone down, hugging your low belly up and in, staying here, lifting your right toes up off the mat, staying here, reaching your left fingertips up off the mat. Stay and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently setting them back down. Just switch the sides. Left toes lift. Maybe your right fingertips lift. Stay low for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, everything lands. Straighten out through the legs. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Come into an Uttanasana forward fold at the back of your mat. Grabbing for opposite elbow. Letting your torso sway from side to side, bending through one knee and the other. Nod your head yes and no. Allow it to feel good. Give yourself permission to move freely. Good. And then maybe switch the grasp of the elbow. Maybe interlace your hands behind your head or behind your back. Good. From here, we're going to release our hands back down towards the floor. On the inhale, we're going to take a halfway lift, flat back. On the exhale, fold, release it, let it go. On the inhale, come up, stretch up. Take your gaze up towards the sky. On the exhale, cactus out through the arms, open up through the heart. On the inhale, reach it back up. On the exhale, gentle bend on the knees as you fold it back down. On the inhale, halfway lift, flat back, fingertips towards your shins, extend through the spine. On the exhale, release it, let it go, fold a little bit deeper. Good, releasing your hands, we're going to walk out into a high plank position. And then pause once you find your high plank. Good, sending your tailbone down towards your heels, hugging your belly up and in. Bring your frontal hip points towards your front lower ribs, really activating through the low belly core here. Stay and breathe or reach your right toes up off the mat. Stay and breathe or reach your left fingertips forward for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, just switch it. Left toes lift. Maybe your right fingertips reach forward for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, as slowly and gently as you can, lower all the way down towards your belly. Good. Untucking the toes, rooting down to the tops of the feet. Take your hands out a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. Come onto your fingertips. Rooting down to the tops of the feet. On the inhale, take a baby cobra, Bhujangasana, lift it up. On the exhale, lower it down. On the inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. On the exhale, lower it down. On the inhale, lift it up. On the exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, lower it down. Good. Bring your hands by your sides, palms facing down. Setting up for locust pose. Whenever you feel ready, lift your head, neck, and chest up off the mat. Lift your legs up off the mat, the knees, the feet. Lift your hands up off the mat. And breathe, keep the back of the neck long. From here, we're going to reach our hands forward like we're Superman. Take an inhale. On the exhale, cactus out through the arms. And start to internally rotate the arms so your palms face forward. See if you can tap your pointer and finger and your thumb above your sacrum, your low back. And then we're going to flow with that. On the inhale, we're going to reach forward. On the exhale, cactus. Internally rotate, palms face up, thumb and pointer finger touch. Good. Inhale, reach it forward. On the exhale, cactus. Internally rotate. Tap the thumb and the pointer finger. Good. 2 more. Inhale, reach it forward. On the exhale, cactus. Internally rotate. Tap pointer finger and thumb. Good. Last one. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, cactus. Internally rotate. Tap pointer finger and thumb, and pause and lift up. For the head, through the feet, through the hands for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, arms come out to a T. Bring your left cheekbone down towards the mat. Bend through your right knee. Roll onto the outer edge of your left hip. Take your swimmer's stretch. Breathe into the left shoulder girdle. If you want to interlace your hands behind your back, or take a cactus 90 degree with the left arm, you're more than welcome. We'll just be here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing and then just switching the sides. So the right arm goes out towards the right. Bend through your left knee. Reach it up and over. Breathe into your right shoulder girdle for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently coming back to center. Good. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, tucking the toes under on the inhale, pushing up into a high plank. On the exhale, send it up and back, downward facing dog. First down dog of practice, maybe pedal out through your feet. Nod your head yes and no. Shift your hips from side to side. Good. From there, bring your big toes to touch. Slide gap in between the heels. Reach your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip, and start to take some big circles with that right leg. You can play with straightening through the leg. And then eventually switch the direction of your circles, go the opposite way. And then straighten out through the leg, even out through the hips. Take an inhale. On the exhale, as gently as we can, we're going to step our right foot to the outside of our right palm. Bring the back knee down. On the inhale, windmill the right arm up and reach it back. On the exhale, reach the right arm back up and reach it forward. Maybe bend through that left elbow any amount. And then start to flow with that. On the inhale, reach it back. On the exhale, reach it forward. On the inhale, reach it up and back. On the exhale, reach it down and forward. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, reach it down and forward. Good. From there, bring your right palm back underneath your right shoulder. And then we're going to straighten out to that right leg any amount for a half splits Ardha Hanuman variation. Breathing into that right hamstring, sending your right hip back, your left hip forward. And stay and breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, we're going to keep the legs the same, but see if you can just walk your hands back so you're standing. Maybe tuck the left toes under, reach back with your right hand. Reach the left fingertips up, come into a gentle back bend. Good, same, just switch the hands. Left arm reaches back, right arm reaches up. If you can't reach the heel, no biggie, just reach back. Good, and then from there we're going to bend into that right knee. We're going to circle the hands all the way down. Back toes are tucked under, lift that back knee up, step it back. Three-legged dog, shift it forward, three-legged plank. Lower it down, three-legged vinyasa, let that right toes land. Come into your baby cobra, upward facing. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Good, from your downward facing dog, big toes to touch, slide gap into the heels, left leg goes up and back. Bend the knee, open up the hip, take those circles. Straighten through the leg. And switch the direction. Even out through the hip, straighten through the leg. Take an inhale. On the exhale, as gently as you can, step it to the outside of your left palm. Back knee comes down. On the inhale, lift the left arm up. Reach it back. On the exhale, reach it forward. Reach it down, maybe bend into that right elbow for a little bit more depth. Inhale, reach it up. Reach it back. Reaching it forward. Reaching it down. Inhale, reach it up. Reach it back. Exhale, reach it up. Reach it down. Good. Couple more. Reach it forward. Reach it down. Good. Reach it up. Reach it back. Reach it forward. Reach it down. Good. From there, walking your left palm back underneath your left shoulder, straightening out through that left leg any amount for your half split variation, adjusting your stance as you need to. Again, maybe your blocks are good to have here as well. And stay and breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently walking your hands back and come up to standing. Keep the legs the same. Tuck your back toes under if they aren't already. Reach back with your right hand for the heel. Maybe you can grab it. Maybe you're just reaching. Reach the left arm up and away. Good, same, just switch the arms. Left fingertips reach back, right fingertips reach up. Good, gently circling the hands all the way down. So they come down, tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee up, take it up into a three-legged dog, take an inhale. On the exhale, shifting it forward, lowering it down. Let the left toes land. Inhale, coming into your baby cobra, upward facing dog. And the exhale, sending it back. Downward facing dog. Good. We're going to start to move breath to movement here through a few sun salutations. Feel free to add, subtract any movement. If you want to jump into the handstand on your way up, you're more than welcome to. Whenever you feel ready, we're going to bend the knees, step, float, jump, handstand towards the top of the mat. On the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. On the exhale, fold, release it, let it go. On the inhale, come up, stretch up, take your gaze up towards the sky. On the exhale, cactus out through the arms, open up through the heart. On the inhale, reach it back up. On the exhale, gentle bend in the knees as you fold it back down. On the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. On the exhale, plant the hands, step, float, jump it back, vinyasa. We're going to meet back in our downward facing dog. And stay and breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, On one, bending the knees, step, float, jump, handstand towards the top of the mat. On the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. On the exhale, fold, release it, let it go. On the inhale, come up, stretch up. Take your gaze up towards the sky. On the exhale, cactus out through the arms, open up through the heart. On the inhale, reach it back up. On the exhale, gentle bend in the knees, fold it back, forward. On the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. On the exhale, plant the hands, step, float, jump it back. Vinyasa. Beating back. Your downward facing dog. And breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, let's do one more. Bending the knees, stepping, floating, jumping towards the top of the mat. On the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. On the exhale, fold, release it, let it go. On the inhale, come up, stretch up. Take your gaze up towards the sky. On the exhale, cactus out through the arms, open up through the heart. On the inhale, reach it back up. On the exhale, gentle bend the knees, fold it back, down. On the inhale, halfway lift, flat back. On the exhale, plant the hands, step, float, jump it back, vinyasa. Beating back. And your downward facing dog. Stay and breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, let's bring our big toes to touch. Slack up into the heels and reach your right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Take some circles. Switch the direction, go the other way. And straighten out through the leg, even out through the hips. Take an inhale. Now exhale, right knee to right tricep, shift forward. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, right knee towards your left tricep, fallen triangle, spin the back heel down. Reach the left arm up. Bend into that right knee if possible, make it more about the back bend. Maybe take your left hand behind your head. Good. From here, Vashisthasana, side plank on your left palm. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Reach the right arm up. Stay there. Come into your wild thing. Let the right arm come, or the right foot step back behind you. Right palm come behind your head. Push your hips up. Open up the heart. Good. Coming back into your Vashisthasana, side plank. See if you can bring your right knee in towards your chest. And then step it all the way up into a low lunge. Good. Bring the back knee down. Reach the fingertips up. Take an inhale here. On the exhale, cactus. Bend into that right knee even more. On the inhale, reach it up. On the exhale, cactus, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus, bend. Spread out wide through the fingertips. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus, bend, and pause. Keep cactusing, cactusing, cactusing until you can interlace your hands behind your back. Right thumb on top of left. Send your knuckles down towards the floor. Maybe let your head fall back. And stay and breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently letting go of your interlace. Taking that bend out of that right foot, or that right leg. Step your right foot back about 6 inches to a foot. Reach back with your right hand. Maybe tuck the back toes under. Reach back with your right hand for your left heel. Reach the left arm up and away. Good. Same, just switch the arms. Left arm reaches back. Right arm reaches up. Good. Circling the hands all the way down to frame that right foot. We're going to come all the way up into a standing splits, reaching the left leg up and away. From there, we're going to bring the knee in towards the chest, coming through into a pistol squat, coming all the way down on towards our butts, and coming into a Navasana boat pose. Staying here, taking an inhale. On the exhale, come down into your low boat. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, back up. For 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rocking, rolling the length of your spine. Coming back up to stand. Reaching the arms up towards the sky. And the exhale, cactus out through the arms. Open up through the heart. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, fold it back down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And the exhale, plant the hands, step, float, jump it back, vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Stay and breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, left leg reaches up and back, bend the knee, open up the hip, take some circles. Go the other way. Good, straighten through the leg, even out through the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, shift forward. Inhale, send it back up. Left knee towards your right tricep, pause, fall in triangle, back heel spins down, right arm reaches up. Maybe bend into that left knee, bring the right palm back behind your head. Open up into the heart. Good, Vashisthasana side plank. On your right hand, roll into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach the left foot or the left hand up. Maybe reach your left foot back, left palm behind your head. Take your Vashisthasana or your wild thing. Good. Back into your Vashisthasana. Left knee towards your chest. As gently as you can, step it through. Coming into a low lunge, reaching the fingertips up. Taking an inhale here on the exhale, cactus, bend into the left knee. Good, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus, bend, and pause. Keep cactusing, cactusing, cactusing until you can interlace your hands behind your back. Left thumb on top of right this time. Open up through the collarbones, through the heart. Chase the ground. With your knuckles, maybe let the head fall back. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently releasing the interlace, taking the bend out of that left leg. Step your left foot back about 6 inches to a foot. Tuck your back toes under. If they aren't already, reach back with your right hand for that back heel. Reach your left arm up. Open up the heart towards the sky. Same, just switch it out. Left fingertips reach back towards that right heel. Right fingertips reach up. Good. Gently circle the hands all the way down. We're going to come into a standing splits. Reach the right leg up and away. Just a transition as we bring that right knee towards our left knee. We come down into a pistol squat. We come down into our Navasana boat pose. Pausing here, taking an inhale. On the exhale, low boat. Inhale back up for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Start to rock and roll the length of your spine. Coming all the way up to standing. Whoa. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, cactus out through the arms, open up through the heart. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, gentle bend in the knees as you fold it back forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step, float, jump it back, vinyasa, or skip it. Leaning back in your downward facing dog. And then once you're back in your down dog, stay and breathe for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, big toes to touch. Right leg goes up and back, 3-legged dog, take an inhale. On the exhale, right knee to right tricep shift forward. Inhale, send it back up. Right knee towards your left tricep, fallen triangle. Back heel spins down. Maybe bend into that right knee. Make it more of a back bend, left palm behind your head. Good. Vashisthasana, side plank on your left palm, outer edge of your left foot. Reach the right fingertips up. Stay here or wild thing. Right foot steps behind you. Reach the heart up towards the sky. Good. Back to your Vashisthasana. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. As gently as you can, we're going to step it all the way up into a high lunge this time. Reaching the fingertips up towards the sky. Good. Cactusing, hovering the back knee just 1 inch above the mat for 5. Activate through that left glute for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, reach it back up into your high crescent. Reach your right fingertips back, left fingertips reach forward. Exalt your crescent, let the right fingertips slide down your back leg. Reach the left arm up and away as you straighten out through that right leg. Good, back into your high crescent. This time reach your left fingertips back. Exalt your crescent, straighten out through that right leg. Reach the right arm up and away. Good. Nice little balance challenge there. Coming back into your high crescent lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. Start to lean your torso forward over that right foot, right thigh. Start to launch it forward into your warrior 3. Stay here if you want, or maybe reach your hands down to your blocks if you need some more support. For more of a challenge, reach your fingertips forward. Stay and breathe for 5. For 4. Gentle bend in that right knee, avoiding any hyperextension for 3. For 2. On 1, we're going to come all the way up to standing with our left knee in towards our chest. Keep reaching the left knee up, and then maybe straighten out to that left leg. We do some gentle pulses up and down with the left leg for 5. For 4. For 3, keeping the core strong, the spine lengthened. For 2. On 1, bend through that left knee again. Bring that left heel towards your left butt cheek. Reach back with your left hand so you can grab for the inner edge of the foot. And then start to launch it forward into your dancer's pose. Keeping a gentle micro bend into that right knee as you kick the left foot into the left hand. And try to square your chest more forward. And stay And breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently releasing the foot. Bring the knee back in towards the chest. Straighten out the leg. Interlace your hands behind your back, right thumb on top of left. If you can keep your interlace, go ahead and do it as you launch back into your warrior 3. Good. From your warrior 3, come down into a warrior 1. 45-degree angle to back foot. Heel toe your front foot out towards the right a little bit. On the inhale, open up through the heart, open up through the collarbones, keep the interlace. On the exhale, humble the warrior. Bring that right shoulder on the inside of that right leg. Let your head go. And try to keep your hips square towards the midline, so sending that right hip back. Your left hip forward. And breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, coming all the way up. Let go of your interlace. Straighten out through that right leg. Let your right fingertips slide down your back left leg. Reach the left arm up and away. Good. From there, circling your hands all the way down into a lizard lunge, bending back into that right knee. Adjusting your back foot as you need to. Bring that back knee down. From there, pushing down with your left palm onto the mat, maybe on a block if you need some more space. Reaching back, grabbing for the foot with your right hand. Staying there. We're coming down to your left forearm. Find whatever variation works for you, and then stay and breathe there for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently releasing the foot if you grabbed it. Straightening out through that right leg, any amount for your half splits or full splits variation. Breathing here, right hip back, left hip forward for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, micro bend to that right knee. Just step your hands back, come up to standing, keep the legs the same. Tuck your back toes under. Reach back with your left hand for your left heel. Reach the right arm up and away. Good, same, just switch the arms. Right arm reaches back. Left arm reaches up and away. Good, circling the hands all the way down, bending into that right knee. Stepping it back. If you want the arm balance, it's there for you. Going through vinyasa or skipping it. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. And stay and breathe here for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, big toes to touch, left leg reaches up and back, take an inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep shift forward. Inhale, send it back up. And exhale, left knee towards your right tricep, fallen triangle, back heel spins down. Right arm reaches up, maybe bend through that left knee. Bring the right palm behind your head. Good. Vashisthasana side plank on your right palm. Outer edge of your right foot. Left palm reaches up. Maybe your left foot falls back behind you for your wild thing. Good. From there, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Step it all the way up into a high crescent lunge. Reaching the fingertips up. Taking an inhale on the exhale, cactus, hovering that back knee for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, reach it back up into your high crescent. Reach your left fingertips back, your right fingertips forward. Exalt your crescent, maybe straighten out to that left leg. Reach your right arm up and away. Challenge your balance. Good, back to your high crescent lunge. From here, right fingertips reach back. Left fingertips reach up and away. Straighten out to that left leg any amount. Good. From there, back into your high crescent. Bring your hands towards your heart center. Start to lean your torso forward over that left thigh. Left knee, launch it up into your warrior 3. Stay here, hands down for more support, or hands reaching forward for more of a challenge. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, right knee in towards your chest. Come all the way up to standing. Reach the fingertips up. Straighten out for that right leg. Pulse it up and down for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, bend to that right knee. Bring the right heel towards your right butt. Reach for the inner edge of the foot with your right hand. And start to kick the foot into the hand as you start to lean your chest forward for your dancer's pose. Find your variation, find your edge. Keep a bend into that left knee for more stability and stay and breathe for 5. Try to square your chest more down for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, gently releasing the foot. Bring the knee back in towards your chest. Straighten out through the leg. Interlace your hands behind your back, left thumb on top of right. Send it back into your warrior 3 with your interlace if you can. And then gently step it down into your warrior 1, 45-degree angle with the back foot. Keep your interlace. Heel to the left foot out towards the left a little bit. On the inhale, open up through the heart, through the chest. On the exhale, humble your warrior, bring it down. And breathe. For 5, send your left hip back. Your right hip forward for 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently coming all the way back up. Straighten out to your left leg. Let your left hand slide down your right thigh as your right arm reaches up and away. Good. Circling the hands all the way down. Coming into a lizard lunge. Adjust your feet as you need to. And then rooting down through your right palm, maybe on top of a block if you need some more space. Reach back with your left hand. Grab for the right foot. Stay there. Come down to your right forearm. Find your variation. Find what works for you. Stay and breathe there. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently releasing. Ardha Hanuman variation. Straightening out to that left leg. Full splits is also there for you if you want it. Your blocks are also there for you if you want them. Left hip back, right hip forward. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently walking your hands back, micro bend into that left knee, tuck your back toes under. Reach back with your right hand for that right heel. Reach the left arm up and away. Good. Switch it out. Left hand reaches back. Right arm reaches up. Good. Circling your hands all the way down, bending back into that left knee. Your arm balance is there for you. Your vinyasa if you want it, to take it. Going back through vinyasa. Or skipping it. Leading back in your downward facing dog. Adjusting yourself as you need to. I was kind of all over the place there. Good. From your downward facing dog, just shift yourself forward and then lower all the way down onto your belly mindfully. Good. Bring your hands on top of one another. Bring your forehead on top of your hands. Bend through your knees. And just windshield wiper from side to side a few times. Good. From here, we're going to take Dhanurasana. If you have a strap, maybe grab it if you can't reach back and grab your feet. But otherwise, we're just going to, or you grab a t-shirt, whatever you have on hand. Just going to reach back, grab for the ankles. And from there, bring your head, neck, and chest down. And then your next inhale, kicking the feet into the hands, let your head, neck, and chest up. Keeping your feet active. Stay and breathe here for 10. For 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1. Keep a hold of the ankles if you can. We're just going to lower all the way back down. And then still grabbing the feet or the ankles, we're going to see if we can roll on towards our right hip. And then find your variation here. If you kick your feet in towards your hands, see where you can find a really deep stretch. And stay and breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, gently rolling back to center. And gently rolling to the other side. If this doesn't work for you, you don't have to do it. Adjust your feet, adjust your hands as you need to. Find your stretch. And stay and breathe here for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently coming back to center. Releasing the feet, releasing the ankles. Bring your palms back underneath your head. Maybe take those windshield wipers again with the legs. Good. From here, we're just going to roll on towards our backs. So just simply roll onto your back. Setting up for a couple rounds of bridge, or just a couple rounds of wheel if you're ready to go straight into it. Otherwise, bend through your knees. See if you can reach down with your middle fingers and touch your heels. And then lift your hips up off the mat. If you want to interlace your hands behind your back or roll your shoulder blades in and underneath you, you can. Stay and breathe here for 5. You can also take a block underneath your sacrum for more of a supported position. Stay and breathe for 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently lowering all the way down. Good. Option to come back into your bridge. Option to reach your hands by your ears. And set up for your wheel pose. On your next inhale, lifting it up, pushing down through the palms, through the feet. And stay and breathe here for 10. for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, gently as you can, lowering it all the way down. Good. Got one more bridge or wheel pose. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Do what works for you today. It's not a competition. Remembering to see yourself, accepting yourself exactly as you are right now. But within that acceptance, we're also challenging ourselves, taking ourselves to our edge, which is always shifting and changing from day to day. Whenever you're ready, bringing your hands back behind you by your ears, lifting your head, neck, and chest up off the mat. Stay and breathe for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, gently as you can, lowering all the way down. Good. Maybe bringing your knees in towards your chest, keeping them close together to let that low back decompress, find some space. And then from there, just let your arms come out to a T. Palms can be facing up or facing down. Do what works for you. And then just let your knees fall over towards the left. Maybe take your gaze towards the right. If you want to make it a little bit more dynamic, you could reach down with your right hand, grab for the outer edge, or with your left hand, grab for the outer edge of that right foot. Sometimes it's just nice to keep it simple. Good, gently coming back to center. And then just switching sides, letting the knees fall over towards the right. Gaze goes towards the left, reaching down, grabbing for the outer edge of the foot if you want to. Couple deep breaths here. Good. Gently coming back to center from there. Bringing your knees back in towards your chest. Maybe taking a happy baby, grabbing for the inner outer edges of your feet, your big toes. Shifting from side to side, straightening through one leg and then the other. And then bring your knees back in towards your chest. Bring your forehead up towards your knees. Compress yourself up to a tight little ball. Taking a big inhale here. And then on your exhale, gently releasing it out into your Shavasana. Let the heels of your feet come towards the corners of your mat. Maybe roll your shoulder blades in and underneath you. Opening up your heart just one last time. Slight tuck of the chin in towards the chest. Releasing any control over your breath. Releasing any lingering tension in your body. Releasing your lower jaw from your upper jaw, releasing the space in between your eyebrows. Let your eyes close down. And let yourself find some rest, some solace in this space that you've created for yourself. Taking a moment of gratitude for you, for showing up for yourself today. A moment of gratitude for your body. A body that's able to move, stretch, it's able to succeed and fail, it's able to experience so many different things. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope to see you here again soon. Namaste.